Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from SlimmandStylish.stampinup.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're having a lovely day. I also hope that you can hear me. It is a boiling hot weekend and I've got films to film, but the room is so hot I've had to put my desk fan on. I have moved it some distance in that direction, but hopefully you can hear me over it and it's not too annoying. So let me show you the card I've made. I put together this card. It was really quite simple. You can tell where my fan is. Can you see my vellum moving? It's using the Timeless Tropical Cling Stamp set, which I haven't used for ages because this is an older set now. It's still current, it's still in the catalogue, but because it's not one of the new ones, I just haven't got it off my shelf and I've neglected it a bit. So I'm playing with this one today. I'm using the pineapple down here and I'm also using the thank you sentiment just here. So what you're going to need is a piece of basic white cardstock that is 10 centimeters by 14.35 centimeters, and then I have a piece of pale papaya which is 10.5 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. So that will be the exact same size as the base cardstock that it goes onto, which I've got here already pre-scored. So I'm just going to burnish that. And you'll be able to see that that fits on top of there and that fits on top of there, so some quite nice mats there. The other thing you'll need is a piece of vellum that is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, so it's the exact same width as this cardstock and it just forms a square that goes on top of it. Let's get started. Right, so I'm going to take my base white now and I'm going to be using Sahara sand with this one. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the grid paper on that I used with this. You can see it's already got my pineapples going on. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a load of pineapples over the base. I'm putting them upright, but I'm not putting them in any specific sort of pattern. I don't mind if they're not straight. I'm just getting myself a whole heap of these on the card. That. Okay, so I've got a load of those, and while I've got that stamp out, I'm also going to add some scrap basic white, and I am going to stamp myself 2 pineapples using Memento ink. And I'm using Memento ink because I'm going to be using blends. So I've just wiped that on my chamois, which is by the side of my desk. Now it's up to you. If you've got the dies for this, that's great. You can die cut these out, leave yourself a gap. I've left myself an even bigger gap because I'm going to be fussy cutting because I didn't get the dies for this set. Okay. So for colouring, I've got pale papaya and I've also got a new soft succulent. So what I'm going to do with the soft succulent, I'm going to start with the dark and I'm going to come up through the middle like that. And I'm just going to do that. And then light soft succulent over the top of both. I'm just going to push that colour out. You'll notice it's not exactly in all the spikes, but it covers all the spikes to give a really sort of full colour. Okay, and then for the actual pineapple, I'm using dark pale papaya just as a bit of a half circle there, and then I'm going over the entire pineapple with the pale. Okay, like that. So you want to fussy cut those out. I've done mine while I was sitting watching Scrubs on the telly last night. So there we go. Already got my 2. You also want a piece of scrap whisper white. So I've got a piece here. It can be any size. You just want a scrap piece for your sentiment. back in with Sahara Sand, and I'm just going to stamp that on there. Like that. Take my snips. I'm just going to give that a little trim so that the thank you is in the middle. Pop that off. Okay, and then it's just building the card up now. So I'm going to stick the base, the Pale Papaya base, onto the Whisper White cardstock. Dead simple this, but I just think the vellum makes it look ultra effective, which I quite like. I mean, you could have done the base of the cardstock in Pale Papaya, which I do sometimes, but I'll tell you the reason why I generally don't do it as often as perhaps I should do. I like to buy the multi-pack packs of the colour card. So when you can buy a pack of card that has 24 sheets of that colour in, you can also buy a multi-pack piece that has 2 of every colour from the colour family in it. That is what I do, so I don't have as many sheets as the coloured paper, and then I stock up loads on basic white. So for me here, I'm just using 1/4 as opposed to 1/2, and I just find that a bit more efficient. Otherwise, there's some colours that I'm not as keen on, and I get stuck with a whole pack of 24 of them because I don't use them as much. So what I'm going to do with this is pop the vellum over the top. I'm going to pop the sentiment on, and I'm going to pop the pineapples on. So you want to work out where you're going to pop your sentiment and your pineapples, so just about there, and pop yourself some strip adhesive. But you want to put it where it's going to be covered, because you'll be able to see in a second. I'll show you. You can see adhesive through vellum, so you want to make sure that the sentiment will be going over the top of that and covering it. So I'm just going to pop a strip of adhesive on the back of that and pop that down, and then I'm going to grab my bone folder and I'm going to just curve this around the bone folder like that. As you'll see, this one's popped up, so is this one, and then I'm popping 1 pineapple completely flat, and the other pineapple I'm going to pop up with a dimensional so it sits up. And I'm just going to pop it skew-if off to the side like that. Finally, to finish the card off, I've got our gold gilded gems. Love these. You can see I've only got the big ones left because I have overdosed using them elsewhere. So I'm just picking up 2 of those and adding some detail at the bottom. Really quick, really simple, but I think really efficient card using the Timeless Tropical stamp set. It's about time I got it back off the shelf. If you like any of the bits that I've used for today's project, you can find them from SlimmandStylish.stampinup.net. If you do enjoy my videos, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and pop back for more content. Lovely seeing you. Have a really nice day. Bye everyone. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.SlimmandStylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.